Well, talking about serious matters this morning. Now, there is no doubt that our traffic officers face countless dangers when keeping our roads safe. But there is one particular officer that has been named the City of Cape Town's Traffic Officer of the Year for going beyond and above duty after being shot at point blank during a routine check. Now, we want to talk about it, and in studio this morning to talk about the incident and also the officer's response, Mayoral Committee Member for Safety and Security, Alderman JP Smith. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Lana.
I want to talk about this because this video is going around. I saw it yesterday for the first time. The video has just been released. It's truly frightening. It's really scary to see. Take us through what happened on the day when the officer was shot.
Nizam Alexander stopped a vehicle for a traffic infringement. Was busy writing the offence, and in the video you can see what looks like a passerby, a pedestrian, walks by, starts struggling to cock his vehicle, and then eventually walks up behind the officer, demands the officer's firearm. And the officer starts turning and lowering himself as a target. He shoots the officer through the shoulder, through and through. Officer returns fire. The suspect runs away. He pursues the suspect, then realizes that the guy has already gone through the fence and that he would open himself to ambush options. Returns, finishes the notice, and then seeks medical help.
What's incredible about the incident is, I mean, we see it there. Officer Alexander, he continues and he finishes his work. He's giving the ticket. Was he injured?
Yes, he bullet right through the shoulder.
Tell me about why the City of Cape Town is commending him, why they are saying that he is the guy that we are announcing as the Officer of the Year.
Nizam was on a short list already. In fact, the commendation ceremony happened only a few days later, and he was at the commendation ceremony, injured and all. So it would have been too late to add his name for that. We had already gone through a whole process. So he was on the short list. The incident just clinched it.
Oh, crazy. It seems bizarre, though. A strange man would appear. I mean, you see it there. He looks fairly determined in what he's going to do. He opens fire. Do we know the cause of the shooting?
We've had a continuous spate of attacks on motorists on the N2. Now you know what the assailants look like. And we posted the video in part in the hope that somebody might be able to identify him, because he's quite clearly identifiable on the video. And at the same time, to just warn people, remind people not to stop on the N2 if you can absolutely avoid it, at least not on that stretch. From Uway back to the airport, very dangerous. And people stop for all kinds of silly reasons. People stop to make an impromptu bathroom on the side of the road, or
put your handbag in the boot.
Or put your handbag in the boot, or get your cell phone out of the boot where you hear it ringing, or take a phone call.
These kind of
or
incidents.
Run out of fuel, which is actually far more common than you might imagine. So we end up with about 150 to 200 vehicles a week that we have to attend to stop for no good reason, and we identify them with the CCTV cameras, rush to the aid and make sure they get moving again as soon as possible.
You just said it, and I mean, it's very scary out there at times, and we love Cape Town. If you're visiting or watching us for the first time, we love where we stay, but in particular, our major highways, you just mentioned, we need to be really, really safe. If one gets pulled over, what should we keep in mind? I mean, we even see that our officers need to be alert.
For starters, don't pull over. Don't stop on the freeway if you can avoid it. Aside from the fact that on the N2, there's this additional danger. Stopping on freeways gets you horrible accidents. If you visit the Western Cape government's website, they've got a series of clips. 2 or 3 of those clips show the consequences of people who stop on the side of freeways. So just don't do it if you can avoid it. Find a safe embayment somewhere. If you do break down, in our case, call our 107 call center, guaranteed to pick up in under 20 seconds. On the N2, we will be at your aid. We are rushing to the aid of people in 80% of the cases in under 3 minutes. So.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Also to Nizam Alexander, congratulations on that award, and we hope that you are recovering well. Thank you very much, Alderman JP Smith, that's joining us on our Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning, keeping our city safe and also our world going. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Katlego Mabue, over to you.